Good morning, guys. Good morning. Appreciate you coming out. That's practice number 11 for us in Shells, but Shells, you're getting the same work done, and we're working every situation, and we're rotating as many guys as possible and figuring out what works for the University of Miami. So, again, the goal has been progress, and we've been having significant progress in a lot of areas and a lot more to go. So, questions, please.
I'm not sure if I want to talk to you again before the spring game, but just what's the format looking like for that? What are you guys planning on doing for the spring game?
It'll probably be normal, like we always do. Play live football the first half, and then second half thud. I don't see any changes. The thing always, I think, what everybody wants to limit is exposure from a video standpoint. So, but we'll play football. We'll play football this Saturday as well. I don't see us changing. We still have to do a lot of situational. I'd say, just more repetitions at it. We've covered them. We just like to cover them multiple times before the spring is out and have a very good system, I would say, for our players to be systematic when they reinstall it in the summer during player-led workouts.
Yeah, a lot of teams, they changed the way they're doing spring games. They're not having one, or to be teams wanted to invite other teams to come play.
Sure.
Did you have any consideration on changing things up at all?
The NCAA is kind of expect the unexpected, right? So I think we have a formula that's worked for a long, long time. That was before it came before us, right? The days of Coach Snellenberger and Coach Johnson, and had a chance to work out there for Coach Saban and whatnot. Like, from a practice standpoint, that's worked really well. We want to stick to it. We want to get better, get as many reps as we can, keep our guys healthy, but never shine away from physicality. I mean, they'll tell you, and we compete every single day, and we need that. We need that.
How's Carson been progressing?
Progressing well. Probably a little bit ahead of schedule. I know everybody would like to see him throw it, really wing it out there. Again, everything is ahead of schedule, and we're excited about his progress. Excited being around him because of his level of football IQ, the way he understands the game, just a natural presence about him. But I guess I'll save all that talk for when he's actually practicing, so you guys could get a real deal feel. Get some good tape and some eyes on him so you can see him practice.
In what ways is he staying engaged right now?
Well, in the best way you possibly can. I mean, in this sport, you got to take as many mental reps as you possibly can. It comes in the form of meetings on the chalkboard and walkthroughs during the course of practice, being behind the quarterbacks, getting every signal, communicating, verbalizing, make sure he's going through his audibles, any check, any adjustment, protections. Meeting with the offensive line coach, meeting with the coordinator at length daily. I mean, every possible minute we could grab with him to continue the progression of this while the rest of his body progresses is invaluable. So that's what we're doing.
Coach, can we elaborate on the progression? Is there any specific position group that you've seen progress since practice 1 to today?
Well, I'd say today was a really big overall for the defense. It felt like so much of it came together today. I feel like, whenever you install something new, you see flashes, and then you have head-scratching moments and whatnot, and then you see more progress, and you see it in the form of guys communicating. We communicated really, really well, and we moved fast. Today looked like a day where we played to our ability. The guys weren't stuck, weren't paralyzed with confusion. They were able just to cut it loose. That's what it looked like today, and so I'm looking forward to seeing some more of that on Saturday.
Coach, I know you can't talk about personnel or people just in general stocking up on offensive linemen early in the recruiting process. Can you just talk about your philosophy as you kind of just progress and just want to continue to stack bodies on the offensive line?
For stacking?
I mean, from a recruiting standpoint, just your philosophy is just continue to build up this offensive line.
I got you. Well, I mean, there's a chance we could have 4, 5 guys drafted next year. It's and we've really built the trenches from the inside out. And I mean, historically, we've had a really good track record for playing high school offensive linemen. And that's really important to state because, I know we have James Brockemeyer this year, and we had Big Carpenter the year before, and that's been at center where we needed some maturity. But I mean, we've gone heavy on making sure we develop our young guys. And this is a year where we need a lot of offensive linemen. I mean, quite frankly, we need to sign. We may lose 5, 6, 7 guys. We need to sign 5, 6, 7 guys. Okay, and that's being, again, I would say conservative. And we need guys that can come in and play. Like we legitimately need guys like we've coached in the past that have been able to come in, like Cece, right? Inez over a couple of games was a starter. Other guys are coming along really well, but we need some really, really high level, highly motivated, high work ethic guys coming in place. So we're not anywhere close to being done on the O-line. We need some more real ones.
The
a couple more questions for Coach.
the recruiting momentum in general. Have you noticed it's in a good spot after the 10-win season last year, and you guys can sell those results?
It is. I think our evaluation process is in a good spot, and I think we see it in spring football. I think some of the guys that maybe along the lines of last year's OJ Frederic, where there wasn't much attention for him, or not many accolades thrown his way, but you could tell practice number one that he was going to make an impact. And we see more of those types of prospects that we've signed that we feel are going to help us this year. So we feel good about the momentum, we feel good about the identification, and we also feel good that we do have, I feel like our staff is really gelling, and that they really understand the model for how we recruit, and that it's going to be relentless, that it is a full-time commitment, that it's not one person, it's not one name, it's we do it as a team. And I think that has led to a lot of our success in recruiting, and like anything else, we feel like we still have a long way to go.
Speaking of guys you wanted out of high school, Xavier Lucas, just what have you seen from him over the course of nearly a dozen practices?
He's a really good player. He is, and he's an even better human being, and he's being pushed, and he's being challenged. I think all those DBs are. I mean, I could go right down the line and talk about each one of them, but since you mentioned him specifically, yeah, you see, besides the specs, right, a 10-4, 100-meter guy that has experience, was an excellent player in high school, and so far he's done a really, really good job, and he still has a ways to go, and we still have to push him, but so far there's been really good progress, and looking forward to seeing what he can do on Saturday.
Great. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it,
Thank you.
Coach.
Guys, thank you very much. You guys have a good day.
Yes, Ryan.
So when it comes to O-line recruiting,